You know, we're talking about a series of companies who have made these transformations. We're giving you a series of stories. And now we want to open up yet one more incredible journey for all of us. You know, Salesforce.com believes strongly that work itself is changing. And like exactly as Tony was saying, we need new tools, we need new capabilities to help align our organizations, to collaborate, to rise individuals up, to give them the support they need, the performance feedback. And in the same way that we've brought CMOs into our program, we've brought chief service officers into our program, we're very excited to begin this journey of starting to bring in the next generation of human resources as well. And to help illustrate that point, I want to show you an incredible company that everybody knows, Facebook, the #1 consumer social app, over $3 billion in revenue, 3,900 employees. But I want to show you something that you've never seen. I want to show you how they work, how they build their code, the dashboards they use, the capabilities that Facebook uses to achieve spectacular growth, the same spectacular growth you're going to achieve after seeing today's keynote. Let's take a look.
I think it's pretty clear that the workforce is changing. People that we're hiring definitely expect to work together in a social environment. We've created a company, I think, that it's designed to be a place where people of that generation will thrive.
In today's world, the way that business gets done, it's very much about your social connection with your peers, with your coworkers, with your customers.
We were looking for a partner that believed that companies work in the same way that we did.
Salesforce is essential for connecting with our employees. It helps us to drive our business. The entire company is built around being open and connected. That's our mission, that's what we're trying to do. Work.com fits quite nicely into that ecosystem. It was built this century. It was built for this century.
It's really helpful to have a tool that allows you to work in the same way that we work.
It's a very seamless thing to go from our internal tools to Work.com, and it allows us to build an onboarding process that helps our employees come up to speed quickly, which is critically important as we're growing.
Certainly in any technology company, you have servers and you have people, and that's your business. So you have to make sure that both are working, and you have to make sure that both are on the right track. Quarterly, 6-month, yearly reviews are not frequent enough.
We encourage employees to provide feedback to each other all the time, not just once a year during a performance review cycle. And employees love that feedback. This is about the people. This is absolutely about the people and how they connect and engage with each other. Employees are not just accountable to their manager, they're accountable to each other, and that's a lot more important.
If you are thinking about the workplace of the future, you are building one that is social from the ground up. There are just so many benefits to it in the way that collaboration works, in the way that relationships develop, in the way that you can get people to work together.
We are very excited about where we're going with Salesforce. We're building a next-generation enterprise for a next-generation workforce with a next-generation set of tools.
It's going to be a spectacular new journey. I'm so delighted to bring all of you in on it, Work.com. And to help us take a look at it, I want you to meet John Wookey, our Executive Vice President of Work.com and Social Applications. John, welcome to Dreamforce.
Great. Thanks, Mark. Hello, Dreamforce. It is great to be here. Great to be at Dreamforce. Great for me personally to be here at Salesforce. The world of work is changing. Business is social, work is social, and we are all making it happen together. You know, when we see great sales performance, outstanding customer service, eye-popping innovation like we've seen here this morning, it happened because our people were motivated. They were aligned to a common purpose and connected to the mission of our company. And when that happens, it is magic. And when we talk about how it happened, we talk about leadership, we talk about passion, we talk about hard work, but we never, ever talk about HR software. Because HR software is about administration. It is not about driving success. We need to connect our teams to each other and to our customers. We need to align our teams, to motivate them, to drive the kind of performance that gives us great results over and over and over. And that is why we have built, and today are very proud to announce, Work.com, the world's very first social performance management platform. We went back to first principles. We've built Work.com from the ground up to be social. Work.com is engaging and impactful because we've designed it not for HR, but for all of us. And hundreds of customers are using Work.com every single day. Great companies like Mozilla and 1-800-Flowers, Virgin America, Spotify, Living Social, and yes, Facebook. Facebook was one of our first customers. They've created social. They showed us the simple transformational power of people connecting. And they've been more than a customer to us. They've been a great partner. And together, we have created a continually evolving vision of work. And that's what we'd like to show you right now. And we're going to begin exactly where Hillary left us, at work in the Sales Cloud. Scott Thompson has just closed an opportunity with a new customer, Ford Motor Company. He got the signature on the iPad. It's done and won, cooked and booked. However you say it, it is time for good news to ring out across the company. And that good news comes right back here under the Chatter feed. Parker did a great job showing all the innovation in Chatter, except one thing he didn't show, something very simple and powerful. Work.com thanks. Success is a team sport, and Scott wants to recognize now the colleagues who helped make this happen. He's going to pick a badge that reflects the culture of his company and the personality of his team. He'll add a personal note, and now he'll send that across the company. It'll be like a ripple going across the entire organization, amplifying motivation, kind of like a Tony Robbins avatar. And it'll come right back here under the profile page. Now, you've seen this profile page before, but there's something new, something you haven't seen. It's Work.com. Work.com is a set of applications that helps you align, motivate, and drive great performance. We've designed it to work where you work, in the Sales Cloud, in the Service Cloud, in Chatter, in the Marketing Cloud, in the platform, because that's where we'll drive engagement and impact. Work.com is goals. Goals is the foundation. It sets the priorities across the entire company. But Work.com goals are social. Goals are created with a manager and their team together. And they set the key results that define success for the goal. Work.com is feedback. I think you saw in the video, great example. Facebook is a feedback-driven company. It kind of makes sense. They invented the like button. They use feedback to drive a culture of continual innovation, continual excellence, continual achievement. And they have picked Work.com to operationalize it across their entire company. Work.com is coaching. There's a direct link between investments in coaching and increases in the performance of sales and service organizations. And Work.com coaching notes are a private workspace where a manager and her employee will work together on the dialogue and the actions that person needs to continue to improve and move forward with your company. Work.com is performance. Traditional performance reviews are all about the process. They're broken, they don't work, they're demotivating to our people. Work.com performance reviews are about the content, and this is a single place where a manager can pull all the information from feedback, from recognition, from coaching notes, from social goals, from key results, and create a single, simple, content-rich, and relevant performance review, and have a real-time discussion, a fact-based conversation at any time with their employees about their progress to date and their future with the company. And finally, there's Work.com rewards. And Dan, hang on a second, let's not go there quite yet. So when Scott closed the deal with Ford, he completed in his first objective, which was to crush his quota. But he has other goals he's part of, one of which is a team goal, which is to help grow his team. He was invited to this goal by his manager, Sarah. She wants to grow the group, and he's committed to this goal. That commitment is explicit, and it's visible to Sarah, so she knows that he's on the team. Now, Facebook knows, as we all know, that you get your best people from the great people that you already have. And Scott knows someone great, Brandy Taylor, an account executive that he's worked with before. And Facebook has created an internal referral application called Intern, which allows their employees to use their social graph, reach out through their social network, bring back the relevant information, and automatically integrate that into the recruiting system. Now, the typical interview day, as you all know, is an e-blast from Recruiter. The person prints out the resume, walks in the interview, scratches their notes on the back of it, and hands it back to the recruiter. But we have a vision for a better way to do this. And we've created an iPad-based application, very similar to what Facebook does with their university recruiting program. And it connects the entire hiring team in real time. It gives them access to the interview schedule. It gives them access to the relevant candidate information, their resume, information that streams from Salesforce, from Facebook. And they still like the idea of scratching the notes on the back. So Dan, if you give that resume a flip, what you'll see is what you have is Work.com feedback, connecting the dialogue of the hiring team in real time. It keeps them aligned. It keeps them connected. And they're all agreed, Brandy's great and she's hired. Now, Scott's really excited. Even more excited is Sarah because she's actually making tangible progress on her goal. And she thinks, you know, this is a great time to actually give Scott some much overdue recognition. And maybe just a little bit more. So when she brings up her recognition tab, and you see the badges that she's able to give, there's some ones you didn't see before. Some badges that have gold bars on them with numbers. Those numbers are points, and those points actually connect to gift cards. And through our integration and partnership with Amazon.com, we can now connect recognition to a gift card system. So now you can take recognition, public recognition, and augment it with tangible rewards, further increasing the motivation of all your employees. Now, what's different about this is 100% of the dollars you put into this program go to your employees, not to someone who's administering the system for you. So Sarah recognizes Scott. Scott sees it in his feed, and he's really excited because he's been saving up his points for a while, and he has his eyes on something special. So Dan, if we now go to the Rewards tab on Work.com and hit Redeem, you'll see what he's had waiting for him in his shopping cart in Amazon. And of course, he's a great sales executive, and what he really wants is a brand new set of golf clubs. So now he's aligned, he's motivated, he's with his new customer for it on the golf course with his brand new clubs. Now there's just one more thing I want to show you, because back at the office, Sarah has some work to do, as all of us do. And Facebook takes talent development and assessment very, very seriously. And we have worked with them to create a capability in Work.com that allows them to look across their entire team, assess their talent, bring in the performance information, rate and rank their employees, and recommend them for promotions. It's an amazing application that every manager, all the way up to the CEO of the company at Facebook, use to look at all the great talent at this amazing company. But they've taken it one step further. They've actually created a Force.com-based application that pulls information from Work.com, from their core HR system, a great Salesforce partner, Workday, and have created a single system that integrates performance management and compensation management. And this is the power of Work.com, the Salesforce platform, great partners like Workday. Dreamforce, the world of work has changed. Business is social, work is social, and this is Work.com. Thank you. Mark?
Great job, John. Very exciting new product, Work.com, launching here at Dreamforce. Tim Campos is here, the global CIO at Facebook. Welcome, Tim. Tim, give us you have inspired us around this whole product line. You've really shown how to use all of our products in your back office. Show us and tell us, what does the future look like to you and your organization, a truly future-forward organization?
Well, first off, I think you portrayed a very compelling argument as to why social is having such an impact on our industry. And I think part of this is because social is inherent in who we are as beings. We are social beings. And what social companies have really done is really just tap into that. And this is what's helped propel Facebook to the center of this. We've tapped into an inherently social aspect of who we are in terms of sharing information, sharing photographs, collaborating with each other. And it's helped to propel the company to have over 950 million people who use the site. And it's just, it's amazing to be a part of a company where every day there are more people in the world that are using your product than there were the day before. And that just keeps on going every single day. It's really exciting. But at Facebook, what we like to say is that the site is only 1% finished. We have a lot more work to do. And the way that we're going to get there is by growing our workforce and continuing to invest in our workforce. And our workforce is very much about the people, the incredibly intelligent individuals that we have. But it's not just about that. It's not about the organizational structure, though. It's not about the hierarchy or the titles. It's about the relationships between people. And we need tools that understand this to help facilitate that. So if you think about like a traditional way of organizing your workforce in an ERP or an HRMS, you have concepts of like the cost center and the org chart. And these are important ways of organizing information, but they become too important in our lives today. What's a lot more important is how employees, who they work with, and allowing them to provide feedback to each other. And so the systems that we've worked on with you, and why we're really excited about Work.com and where you guys are going with it, they de-emphasize the cost center and the org structure, and instead what they focus on is the relationship between employees. And so our workforce is encouraged to provide continuous, authentic feedback to each other every single day, not just during the performance review cycle. And that feedback is both rewarded and appreciated. When employees receive thanks and recognition from each other, that's the best testament that you can get within the company. In fact, the most influential people in the company are those that are comfortable and confident enough to share their feelings with each other, not people who have super large organization structures. So we think that the next generation set of workforce tools are going to continue to foster this type of relationship management between employees and make it not so much just about the cost centers and the org structures, but much more about our connection with each other.
Fantastic. Well, let me give you some praise and thanks very much, Tim, for that. And let me also introduce you to a great CEO in our industry, Aneel Bhusri, the CEO of Workday, is here. Aneel, welcome to Dreamforce once again. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Aneel, you know, we're seeing Workday do some amazing things in the next generation of human resource technology. Now we're working more closely than ever before. How do you see the future, and where is this going?
Well, I first want to thank you for the partnership and the friendship, really since day one of starting Workday. You've just been terrific, so thank you for that. We share your vision for mobile, for open, for social, and it manifests itself in the partnership of working together to support Facebook, our important joint customer, integrating Work.com and Workday HCM. Next, all your clouds. You have lots of clouds. Integrating all of those with our finance applications. We're moving from HR, going to continue to invest there, but making a big investment in finance to replace yet another leg of broken legacy ERP technology. And just a preview for tomorrow, we're going to be talking about deepening our partnership around Chatter and using Chatter Inside, which I'm very excited to do as well.
Well, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about Workday and the deep Chatter integration. We're going to show that tomorrow during the Chatter keynote. Aneel, thanks so much for being at Dreamforce. We're delighted.